Well, there you go. Hello and welcome to the Sunday stream. It's a little later than usual, but I have some exciting stuff for you, so it's worth the wait, I promise. I would like you to stop scrolling for a second, and I have been teasing the big announcement. There's actually a couple of things I'd like to announce today, and one of those things is pretty big, and I get to show you more about it in a minute, but I'm excited to announce that I am going to change how we collect Khrysalis Studios medallions and celebrate them in the future for 2026. And I know 2026 feels like it's far away, but we're not too far off. Get ready for Flat Out Fabulous. It will be a brand new year-long monthly medallion challenge that I'll be hosting, and it will be free entry with some awesome studio credit prizes and other good things coming, as well as a major grand championship at the end of the year that all the winners of the individual months qualify for. I'm going to drop some exclusive details later on in the stream, so stay tuned and I will tell you how you can get involved, the first big Painters Challenge theme, and all the full rules and schedule are going to go up on the website as of tomorrow. But you guys are getting the first look here because you're awesome and I love you. And I should say hi to people. So that is part of what's happening here. I will tell you more in a second, but I should say hi first. We have Krista. Hello, welcome. We have Lizzie. Hi. Kimberly, welcome. Happy Sunday afternoon. Amy. Hello, Amy. Hi, Jody. So should we do the show stuff first? Secrets. I know, right? Let me share this here. So I've been planning this for a while. I hinted at it in the new newsletter for the club members, and I believe even in the last one. So if you're a club member, you had a sneak peek of kind of what was coming, maybe, without the full details of it. But let us introduce you to Flat Out Fabulous. Certainly, I would do the cool music. There's going to be a couple of different ways you can enter any medallion done sculpted by Khrysalis Studios. It can be painted by whoever. There is a class for painted pieces by novice artists as well. I wanted to have that separate and stand out. There's people's choice voting. So everybody that submits to a category every month will have its own theme. That theme will be specific for that month, and you'll have the opportunity to enter your piece in there. It'll be voted on for People's Choice, which is on Facebook, and it'll have an album, and people will get to put their reactions on it. Then there'll be Host Choice, so I get to pick my favorite because it's kind of fun. And then there's the Rising Star Novice class. So if you are not someone who's professionally sold your work yet, you can enter in the Novice class, and you can be a Rising Star and win prizes too. So that should be fun. It'll start January 1st, technically. But I will tell you guys the themes for the first month, January, and the first artist challenge, because I'm going to work in artists challenges as well. Let's see, Kim. Oh, hi. Karen, hi. Sorry you have to miss it, but you definitely come back and rewatch it. Hopefully that helps. Sasha, hello, welcome. So yeah, should be fun. I'm quite excited. I've been working hard on this, getting it all ready to go and figuring out what the classes will be. So should be really cool. So there'll be studio credit prizes for each of the winners in each of those brackets. There will also be bragging rights. I'm going to make sure that their work is shared. And if it's not their work, then it's their piece. And then the artist's work is shared on social media and my newsletter and my website. So that'll give people that are, I don't know, it's just kind of like a showcase for all you awesome people. And then, like I said, you qualify for the Grand Championship, which there will be pretty cool prizes for. So I'm so excited. Hopefully you guys are too. There's been a few people that have mentioned that the medallions, they aren't quite sure what to do with them necessarily. And I know a lot of you have some in your closets and collections that are sitting there. Not every show accepts them. So hopefully this is a way to jazz it up and bring the vibe for 2026. That is my challenge. It's been kind of fun. And I like the like Greatest Showman style red carpet themey thing that I came up with. So that should be fun. And it'll be really neat because we'll be able to showcase all of our rising star novice artists. Maybe you'll find somebody you want to commission. Maybe you'll find somebody whose work you want to follow. I'm going to make sure that the artists are tagged in everything so that you can go check out their stuff. And it should be a lot of fun. And hopefully it'll get those medallions out showing. So that is kind of cool. Let me see. Karen says, thank you. Love a complete novice. Kinsey says, so fun. Jody Jones, so very excited. Should be really cool. It's like, who doesn't want more shows to play with? It's kind of cool. So that is part of what I've been up to. You can see the Juggernaut Jug Life army behind me. So I have a whole bunch of the paid in full orders shipped. We are like this close to the end of the paid in full orders. And then I will be working on new ones starting in the new year. That gets me, should get everybody caught up before the holidays. The Ulps have the Little Jug Life almost ready to go. He'll start start shipping this coming week, and then Gabriel's first ones ship this week, and then the next ones will ship next week. And yeah, we're rocking along, which is kind of fun. Teresa says, this is so exciting. Yeah, I'm so excited. Jody says, I love medallions. They are like the potato chips of Lay's potato chips, specifically Lay's of resin. Andrea, glad I got a bunch of my medallions primed before winter. Yeah, and I've timed, let me just get into this next piece for it. So I have notes so that I don't mess this up. So bear with me while I read the screen a little bit. So yeah, I've acknowledged that you guys probably have a couple of things in your to-do pile. The Medallion Club's been really popular, so that means that there's always these medallions out there, and it's always fun to paint them. And with NaMoPyMo coming for February, we have the opportunity to paint something that can tag along with one of the challenges. So there are cabinet challenges that they'll happen every other month kind of idea. And that's with the theme of you can just grab something from your collection. In any of the categories, you can show something in each category that is from your existing collection. And then there's months that I encourage, it's just a theme that's picked to encourage artists to maybe paint something. And the first one happens to line up for March. And that means that it will be in line with NaMoPyMo. So you can paint in February and then show in March. So kind of double duty, which I quite like. The January theme is going to be solid gold. So that means that it's going to be solid colors only. I wanted to pick something that pretty much everybody has in their medallion collection. Can't show Pinter patterns, you can't show Appaloosa, but you can show your solids. So starting January 1st to the 20th, you can enter in your solid horses. There will be all the information on the website tomorrow. That page will go live. I'll post it to all the socials. I send out the email to everybody, and you can enter your photos. More details will be on the website as to how to do that, but it's pretty straightforward. Everything goes in there, and I post it to Facebook in the Facebook album that will be kind of anonymous in a way. It's not going to say the owners or the painters. And then that keeps it kind of hopefully a little bit more just like you would at a normal show. You don't have the owner written on the front of the card with the painter, right? So that'll keep it a little bit anonymous. And then once everything switches over, I should be able to list all the painters for you guys and list who obviously won. So that'll be kind of cool. March is the first Artists Challenge theme. And then that is announced early. That's why I'm telling you guys now. And that gives artists time to work on those pieces. You're welcome to start it now. If you want to start it for NaMoPyMo, you can as well. And it is Delighted by Details. So that means hair by hair, halos, mapping, all of that goodness that happens in the hair coats. You could technically, it's because hair by hair classifies, so it could technically by hair dappling, it could be hair by hair roning, anything that showcases that coat texture will qualify for that. So, and I wanted to do something that would line up well with your what do they call it? Like your side piece. That's not the right word for it. It's the only one coming to my brain right now. I did it too project because medallions can't technically qualify for your official NaMoPyMo project, but you can do a Khrysalis Studios side piece and paint a Khrysalis Studios medallion, show it in here, and maybe win some studio credits. And who knows if you'll win a grand championship prize with it at the end. So that's kind of fun. Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Can this be previously painted or it needs to be? So for any of the classes, it can be painted that month. It can be painted anytime. So you can paint it either for the challenge or it can be previously painted. It's just the artist's challenge component is just to encourage people to paint new things because it's kind of fun. And I tried to pick things that would be encouraging for that. Hi, Tommy. You're welcome. I would put the thingy back up on the screen. Hold on. This will help. So you guys know what I'm talking about if you're streaming in. So January theme is, like I said, solid gold. It'll be solid colors. March's theme is the first artist challenge. It will be Delighted by Details, hair by hair, halos mapping. This will all go on the website and you'll be able to see each month. I will have the whole year outline with all of the themes ready to go for you tomorrow. Technically, it's in front of me right now, but I'm not sharing that with you yet. I don't want to overstimulate you. Let me see. So generally it'll work that the 1st through the 20th, you submit your email submissions with your photos of your medallions. There will be a limit to 2 per month per challenge, basically. And that will mean that, and if you wanted to enter in specifically different categories, I suppose you could. If you have pieces you painted yourself and then pieces you have in your collection and you're a novice, you can enter the novice pieces separately and they won't count against your 2 for the main challenge. I don't want to discourage people from painting if they want to also show their collection. Then the 21st to the 26th of each month, with the exception of December because it's the actual grand championship show, there will be voting on Facebook. It'll be by reaction, and then there'll be popular vote picked from that. I get to pick my host's choice, and then I'll announce the winner on the 28th of each month because we know every month will have a 28th day. So this gets so complicated. I'm not even trying. Katie's like, ooh, me too. So yeah, you get to pull your Khrysalis Studios medallions out and show them for really cool prizes and fun. Like, I don't know, it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited. And then December we'll have the championship. So everybody that qualifies in each of the 3 categories for each month will automatically be moved to the grand championship show. And you'll get to qualify for the big prizes there, which would be kind of neat. And who knows, I might throw some curveballs in there because it's me. That's what I do. What else we got? Can't show you that. Can't show you that. Wait, why are there 2 of those? Pardon me. So that is the big thing that's happening. But there's also another thing because I can't not do the things. And so we have these wonderful medallion shows that are coming up, and that'll be kind of neat. And this vibe up theme, right? But we can't go the end of the year without a giveaway, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? So I have a little something I'm doing a holiday giveaway. So I also hinted at this with the club members that this was coming. There are it's like bam. Rules sound easy. All sounds like so much fun. Yay. Do you have to be the one that painted it? So there's a category, before I get into the thing, I'll answer Lizzie's question. There's a category for novice painters, and then there's a category for open, which is everybody. So you can own the medallion and show it and win these prizes. And then if you're a novice, you can also enter your work so that you're not competing against all these pros, and you can still win prizes as well. So, and I'll have the rules as to what qualifies as a novice and everything up on the website tomorrow. So there will also be categories for fantasy and decorators. I will try and have options. There's definitely fantasy and deco by itself, and then there's some stuff that's fantasy realistic flexible, meaning you can kind of go both ways. So yeah, that should be fun because I love the fantasy stuff and you can't not have the fantasy stuff. So I tried to make the schedule so that it was the themes match kind of something with that time of the year. So it should be fun. I'm very excited to show you guys. Drews is like, giveaway! Katie, I love a good challenge. Kinsey says, so excited. Medallions are my favorite, and all the shows I get to go don't have medallion classes. So hopefully this helps a little bit. It's just a challenge that we'll do here, but you know, it's nice to get your medallions out and showing, and it's nice to win prizes that can give you money to buy things, right? And like I said, there might be some curveballs I throw in there, but that's all I'll say for now. So with the holiday giveaway, the grand prize is a classic Jug Life. I will also be giving away other prizes. I will be telling you more about all of that tomorrow on the website as well, and posting on social media and sharing. This is going to be a big day for all the details. But there are 3 ways that you can qualify to enter, and I wanted to allow for people to have time to enter this, so I didn't want to do it for Christmas or the New Year. So I'm giving you guys until the stream on January the 18th is when I'm going to do the draw. The deadline will be January the 15th so that I have time to compile all the entries, because I'm doing 3 different ways that you can enter the contest. So let me pull up my notes again because I'm going to mess it up. So many things. My brain can only hold so much juice in it at the same time. There will be a free entry that you can do on the website. So that will be posted tomorrow. It will be, like I've done in the past, an online form. You fill out the form with your information, click enter, and it will populate your information into my spreadsheet, which will count your entry as an entry. I'm going to program it so that it sends you an email, hopefully, because it's not through Wix this time. It won't send you the wrong email. So everybody has the opportunity to enter once for free. There will be another entry for any club members that are existing or new, and that doesn't matter what club you're in. And then there will be, this is kind of fun, for everybody that ordered something from the September sale on, when it comes to Jug Life, Little Jug Life, or Gabriel, there's going to be another entry for each of those resins that you bought as well. And that is retrograde, or however you say it, retroactive to the beginning of September when I did the September, or whenever I did the September sale, when those releases happened. So you'll get an extra entry for all of that. But I know that some people are going to be mad because of that. And it took me so long to get here. And then I haven't had the opportunity, because I've been trying to get these resins out before Christmas, to advertise for those runs. So I'm going to extend the deadline for ordering the resins. And there was a few of you that wanted the opportunity to be able to maybe get some Christmas cash and use that for the resins. And I hate close. The timing just wasn't the best for everybody. So I'm going to extend that out to January 15th. So that gives people the opportunity to enter for the contest and buy resins if you were waiting on Christmas money and it just didn't work out, or waiting for something to sell, or the next paycheck, whatever worked for you. So yeah, hopefully that helps a few of you, because I know some of you were really upset, and I try not to make people upset if I can avoid it. So yeah, hopefully that works out better. I'm always trying to listen to you guys and accommodate as best I can. So again, the 3 ways to enter will be a free entry online if you want to. That'll be limited to 1 per person. Please don't enter through husbands or friends or whatever. If your friend wants to win it and give it to you, that's different. I can only police so much, but I also try to keep this as fair as possible for everybody. And then club members, existing or new, will also get an entry, and any resin orders from the Jug Life, Little Jug Life, and Gabriel's will also get 1 entry per resin. So there's the opportunity to have a few entries there, which is kind of nice. And a few of you do already have a few entries, which is also kind of cool. It's like, bam, you have maybe new resins coming. Nobody knows. So yeah, that will be the giveaway. Like I said, it will end on January 15th, which is when those editions will close. Just keeps it all neat and tidy for everybody. I will hopefully have time to actually advertise the end of those editions up until the 15th. And we'll see who's naughty and nice and wins the prizes, because yay. So that's kind of fun. Hopefully you guys like that. I like giving things away. I did on my birthday last year, so you got to do giveaways. It's nice to give back to my peoples. Let's see. Katie's saying, so for clarification, any Raven related and past pieces. So it can be any Khrysalis Studios medallion. So I had to have done the sculpture. I don't have to have painted it. It can be painted by whoever. It can be customized by whoever. But right now I'm limiting it just to Khrysalis Studios medallions, because it would be too much otherwise, I think. And it gives you guys the opportunity to take your club pieces and show them and do fun things with them, specifically. So let me say, Cindy, after Christmas will work better for classic Juggy. Perfect. Jody, Raven, you're the bestest. You're welcome. You guys are the bestest too. I just try and love on you guys, because if I can give you like all the things, I would, but there has to be like some sort of limits. My husband's like, no, don't do like 20 million things. Then you need to make money so you can pay bills so you can keep doing this. It's always hard. Marty's just tuning in. You'll have to go back, but I have announced a few things, including a medallion show that will happen with themes starting every month, and a giveaway. So all this stuff will be going live on the website starting tomorrow. So yeah, that's three fun things, technically. We have the new medallion challenge, and then we have the holiday giveaway, and then the extension on the editions for Time Wars. Hopefully that is good for everybody. So on that exciting note, how do we live up to that? I will put up and go over the things at the very end as well, but let us do... Oh no, my thingy's broken. Hold on. I was gonna go into Briar now, but my Briar movie keeps dying. Why does it die? Okay, so Briar has 5 bajillion things for us to look at. Let us start with what is on my screen. I'm going to break this tab out so I can actually see what I'm posting on the thingy. All right, so right after the stream last weekend, like literally, it was actually probably during the stream, we had a reveal for the Stablemate Club. That is this little one. What are they calling him? Wesley. G1 quarter horse stallion sculpture in a more modern Pinto. Looks like it's matte. It's the first time ever he's been in a modern Pinto pattern. He's the perfect ode to Briar's model horse history, and the only way to add him to your collection is through the 2026 Stablemates Club or buying him from somebody who's in the 2026 Stablemates Club. He is quite cute. I like that mold a lot, and this color is very cute on him. So they did that. So that's another addition to the Stablemates. And then let me show you here. We had... There's so many things in here. Next up was this one. This is Breyer's next premiere horse. So we have the Georgia Grand that's done by Jen Scott and painted by Mariah Vogue. And then now we have Karen Gerhardt's Donzante in plastic form, which is kind of fun. So this was a resin release in 2026. Here's some painted pictures of it. So I don't know if they've changed the mold at all or if they left it as is, if they've updated anything, how it will compare straight across. But this gives you at least an idea of what you can see. Is that Breyer doing a thing right now? What are they doing? A little animated ones are 50. I was like, maybe they're releasing something just for the stream, even though it's delayed. That's super cute. So, anyways, total aside, we won't know what it looks like 100% until they release photos. But this is what the resin looked like from the 2026 or 2006 release. So this was kind of when I was first getting into the hobby. Karen Gerhardt, so the same sculptor that did the Cleveland Bay and Shenandoah. Kind of cute. Got a little bit of a twist to it. Sculpted originally as a Spanish Mustang, so could be fun. Could be fun with Fireheart. Kind of like dueling. Although it was Donzante Mare, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Mare. So we shall see. And then we have, this came out. So this is our first peek at 2026. This came up in someone seeing this posted somewhere. So this is the Rhiannon mold by Kylie Parks, the Gypsy Vanner, and it's being painted up like Gigi Kiss Me Kate, which is the winningest Vanner in breed history, apparently. This is the pony. Very, very pretty. So yeah, really good mold choice. Really fun. The owners are really excited, so that's always good to see. And this thing. Oh, it's not even going to let me do it. Replace screen share. So, Stablemates Club, we had the draft with the ribbons. And then we had the little nubbin-eared G1 quarter horse. And then you probably heard me squee. We have a bucking horse in stablemate scale. They did hint that the sculptor has not done stablemate scale for them before. My best guess at this point, from the shape of the head and particularly the ears, would be Morgan Kilburn. But we don't have a sculptor name at this point or a painter name. So that would be my best guess. And it's really cool to have this in stablemate scale. It's interesting that they decided to do stablemate bucking before they did bigger bucking, but that is their call. It has a base, which is going to be interesting. Bases for anything are always interesting. It doesn't matter what it is. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited to have an action pose, especially in mini scale. So hopefully you guys are too, because it's kind of fun. Did I say Mustang? I did, in fact, say Mustang. I'm trying to catch up on comments before we get a little bit deeper. Well, let's see. Pam, hello. Happy Sunday. Katie says, y'all rock. Thought out now. Fired up the grill. Oh, you thought out now that you fired up the grill. Oh my goodness. It's been freezing. So we are getting warm temperatures now, but the last 2 days have been ridiculously cold. So Abigail says, thank you for the extensions. You are most welcome. Ask and I shall try to comply as best I can. No, not the thingy. Holly says, I'm late. Love you. Your talent, your videos. Thank you. You can scroll back. I'll try and do a recap at the end with what I revealed for the studio for 2026 and a little bit of 2025. Let's see. Any guesses on the Christmas Day surprise, or is Breyer not going to do that anymore? I think they're still doing the Christmas Day surprise, but we haven't seen any peeks of it or any hints of it yet. We are getting fairly close, so it should happen hopefully soon here. It's It's great to see them do a previously released resin. They've done it here and there. It's nice to see that it's a little spicy. It'd be kind of fun. So, and it's nice to see Mustangs. We like that. Great minds think alike. They better hoping for a fire heart, Teresa says, for the Christmas horse. That will break me, but we'll see. There's always a part of me that has a little hope. It'd be kind of fun to see that. It would also, like I've mentioned before, be fun to see two foals instead of one traditional horse. You see, I think that would be adorable, but we'll see. Kinsey, I did say a Mustang. Your little boy is so cute, by the way. He's feeling it's so nice. Morgan was my guest too, says Jody. Katie says, I'm excited for the releases this year, but RIP my bank account. We haven't even seen 2026 yet, guys. So we've only seen the one horse. Oops. Wrong button. Also wrong button. I'm not good at this today. This one. This is the only 2026 horse we have seen so far. So we'll see what that looks like going forward. But that is a thing. This afternoon's Stablemate Club reveal. Yes, I'm going to get to that. We are almost there. I'm trying to have a separate little like stream saved area so that I can get to these easier, which has been actually working reasonably well. So watch me find the next thing. Let's do the club stuff before we do the Collector Club member test run. So this is a surprise that they threw in here. So this will be the Delector. See? English. It's not my first language. It definitely is, but I spoke gibberish first, so technically. So they are offering the Deluxe Club Stablemate in glossy and matte. I'm assuming it's going to be just a random gambler's choice split. Normally I love glossy. I actually really like the matte here. It looks like the details just pop, whereas it looks like it gets a little lost in the gloss. But this is not in hand. This is via photos, and we all know how Breyer photos work. So which one do you like? I'm normally a glossy person, so this is weird for me. Then we saw this for the Vintage Club. So they're saying in 1968, Brian, yes, Raven, try and read all the text on a day you can't English. In 1968, don't do the dyslexic thing again. Breyer experimented with a new color in its lineup, Red Roan, which is a dead guy. Comprised of a slightly tan body color with darker flecks dispersed throughout. See, I can say these things, but this fanciful technique towed the line between realistic and decorator color. Vintage-style red roans have appeared occasionally since the color was first retired in the mid-1970s. And although it has been tested, my comprehension's lagging behind the reading, so just in case you're wondering what my facial expressions are. Although it has been tested a few times over the years, a companion blue roan colorway was never released until now. Coming to the Breyer Vintage Club is in 2026 is Sentinel, a blue roan running stallion who will be paired with Echo, a blue roan foal. This release will be evenly split between the running foal dun, 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 and the scratching foal. Dun, 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 dun. They will be shipped at random. So they're saying that there's a few spots still left in the Vintage Club. So if you wanted this or the lamp, lamp, right? If you want this or the lamp, then you need a moth. And I can't remember what else they released for Vintage Club. I think that's it so far. We will see what else they come up with. Oh, we had the peak of the little unicorn butt from the fighter. So I don't know if they're doing a big fighter or just a little fighter. And then we had Stablemate Club. So this is Arroyo. My brain says I should pronounce the two R's like a Y, and I'm confused. Because that would be Ayoro. But I don't know. So we're going to say arroyo, and I'm going to roll it so it's fancy and distracts you. And Baja, delightful Mustang pair coming for the 2026 Stablemate Club. Bayroan Stallion, make me say it again, Arroyo. Arroyo is father to frisky filly Baja, who perfectly emulates her sire's personality with the little kicky legs. Why are you saying it again? Arroyo's detailed coat includes dark battle scar markings from a lifetime of defending his herd. These look like they're done in the same way that the dapples are, so they're that, and the spots. So they do this like mushy, gooey press-on thing, like if you have the little nail rollers for nail polish, like that, but giant. Yeah, very cool. If you guys haven't seen that, I can show you a video. Not of them specifically doing the Briar horses, but the technique in general and how it works. The only way to add this duo to your herd is by joining the 2026 Stablemate Club. Briar and their marketing. I actually really like the way that they did the corn spots like this versus the flecked on. What do you guys think? I think it looks good. And the baby's so cute. All right. And then the one thing we're missing is the Collector Club test run, which is Lady Roxana, and I really like her in the Dark Bay. So let me see what it says here. This is a new test run and purchase opportunity only for Collector Club members that are current. Sculpted by Rich Rudish as a companion to the fan favorite Sham, Lady Roxana, mold number 425. Maybe I just needed a warm up. I'm gonna jinx myself. I was gonna say glitch myself. So yeah, we're doing good. Is a bit of an unsung hero in Briar's Arabian horse lineup, using her tail as a third point of balance. Quite the technical innovation for her time. She prances along the shelf with plenty of personality. Over the years, she has only seen a handful of releases, and usually in lighter colors, making this richly shaded Dark Bay all the more striking. You can enter there if you are a Collector Club member, but she's quite nice. I do like the Dark Bay, and I do like the more artsy-ness of her. She's quite romantic. So that's what Briar's been up to. That is a lot that Briar has been up to. Let's see. Weakness on various molds. You guys are funny. The chat's always the best. Oh, goodness. I am so behind. Katie says 8 inches of snow for Hillsborough, the highest amount out of everyone in Ohio for this weekend. That is a lot of snow. We got a good dumping too, and then there's all the flooding happening in BC and Washington, which is not good. If you're in the impacted zones, I'm praying for you. Hopefully it works out. Christine, hello. Love Mustangs. Gemma, hi. There was a leaked strapless that was a possible Christmas Day surprise. Yeah, we did see that before. I think I've showed it on the stream. They were in kind of decorator, colors. I'd imagine if that was leaked, then Briar might pivot, but we will see. We all know Fireheart will be the surprise horse for this year, says Amy. It is the year, lunar Chinese New Year, of the fire horse. So, I don't know, Briar. You have an opportunity here. It's like, what? The fire horse? Okay, cool. That is too perfect. But anyway, maybe he'll kick it off. I don't know. Katie says, I'd love to see that. Give us a break from the traditional adults. So the two foals would be super cute. And then they could just play together. I'd like that. Holly says, do we think that the pink one that they leaked from Japan is the Christmas horse? So the pink strapless, I assume. Could be. We don't know. They would have had to have had them in production about a year or so in advance, I'd imagine. That's about the lead time for stuff from China. So at least, depending on how you're shipping it and all the rest of it. Lizzie, kind of hoping that it is, because then I won't need it if it's the pink strapless. Really thought that he'd be this year with the 75th anniversary. He can't be everything all the time. It's okay. It's okay for my pocketbook too. I have a limited model budget this year, so if there comes out with a whole bunch of Christmas ones, I'm definitely not in good shape. All right. Jody's saying Matt all the way for the Arab. Mallory's saying I don't collect strapless at all. I have some. I don't have a ton, so we'll see if there's a really cute color. If that happens to be her, we don't know. This is just conspiracy and guessing at this point. Jody said, or Katie says, I'm team weakness on various molds. I like that. Yeah, weakness on various molds. Then you don't have to commit to anything. Jody, it's really cool for the vintage club. I do love vintage. Teresa, well, that just saps me back to my childhood, especially the scratching full. I know, they're so cute. I just want to like squish them. And stuff. Much better corn spots. Lady Roxanne is my least favorite briar. Not everybody likes the artsy fartsy, and I didn't at first either. It's like poor chemo sausage. But that's okay. But I'm starting, like, I've always liked Sham and Lady Roxana. There was never enough out there to really be too fond of, but I really am starting to enjoy the more artistic side of things. So what do we think of the little rearing Christmas pony? He's going to be very cute. So the fighting stallion with the little circus costume in mini. I don't know if they're going to do a big one to match, but that's also for the vintage club. We talked about that last stream. She looks good in dark bay. People are crying. Don't cry in the chat. Stop making people cry. Colorful clearware fire hearts. Holly, I will die. I will die. Somebody recently did a fire. The little stablemate took the sea glass one, stripped him down, and did him as fire colors. And I've always dreamt of a Tortuga-esque fire heart because that would be wonderful. Please do that for the fire horse year, please. Come on, it's like perfection. Would be chef's kiss, but yeah, maybe don't because I can't afford it. Everybody's yelling stop it at each other. Stop making things bad in the chat. You're all bugging and teasing each other and like throwing out molds that might destroy your budgets. Goodness gracious, settle down. Don't tease me like that, says Amy. You guys are the best. Holly, I would not need any teal and purple ones. Oh, would need any teal and purple ones. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure somebody will take teal and purple from you. Katie says she's donning the tinfoil conspiracy hat. I should make one. It would be fun and put like a little pony head on it or like a little unicorn horn. That could be fun. We'll just come up with our conspiracies for that'll be my hat I wear when we're conspiring on what the surprise horses and new future runs should be. Well, I actually should be seeing Tiger Lily and Firestorm in regular run this year, most likely, if they keep their normal way of doing things appropriately. And my brain is not up on what models are newer and should have regular runs this year. We might see a Cosmo. We might see, who else was from last year? My brain's like not. It was all excited about the show release, and now I'm lost and confused and require your assistance. 2024 was last year. Briar Premier horses. My keyboard is much less clicky this year. Oh, AI was like, the 2024 Briar Premier Club featured 3 main releases: the striking Tiger Lily and Firestorm Mustang Mare and Colt. The second release, sculpted by Raven Maddock. The stunning Bandolero Criollo Stallion. Criollo. Sculpted by Morgan Kilburn, who came with the Anya stablemate. Hopefully we see Anya in regular run. I need it. And now it is mixing. It's saying the test run from Lady Roxana was last year. So no, that is not a premier horse. Who else came out with Bandolero and Tiger Lily and Firestorm? What? Come on. Somebody's got to help me in the chat because my brain can't brain, apparently. Goodness. Do they have it listed on the thing? Oh, no, it wasn't Llewellyn. No. Maybe it was. Yeah. So Llewellyn was the first one, but we've already seen him in regular run. That's why I'm confused. I am rightfully confused in this regard. Holly says we can dream, but we probably had whatever the Christmas horse is already boxed up and ready to go for months. Yes, most likely. We're not going to impact it now, but maybe for next year. Mallory, someone found a Blackfriar Vandermeer in Young Rider. I did show her. Where? Give me 1 second. We'll go find her again. Just not in the red link. There we go. There she is. This one. So this is the only 2020. Oh, no, wrong page. That is the bucking thing. This one. That is the only 2026 release that I am aware of that we have seen as a regular run. Super fun. We haven't seen her in regular run yet, so that is nice to see. It'll be good for people who are customizing with bodies. And then Briar's being sneaky. Hi, Marshall. Oh, how are you doing, puppy? He's still sore. His bum still hurt. And then he went to go around a corner today because he's feeling better, so he's scampering around, and he slid, and his legs went like this, and he hurt it again. So it's okay, Papa. It's okay. Say hello. Say hi, everybody. Nasho, look. Nasho. Hi, there you go. Good boy. He's so sweet. Now he's like, love on me while you do things. So, Briar's being sneaky. We're not done with their stuff yet, because they put stuff up on the Briarfest blog. So, we did special runs last time. They have talked about now Iceland. And in this post, they talk about Icelandic Yule lads. So these all seem to be hints for stuff coming for Briarfest for next year for their Norsey theme. My brain says every time it does the mid thing, it does Midwest Fest. Anyway, it'll say it in here. So being a remote island separated from the rest of Europe and North America, that has some interesting perks. A folkloric, thanks Briar, traditions that have managed to survive in Iceland through the centuries, and they have been either abandoned or placed elsewhere. The troll Grilla, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. Grilla is first mentioned in the 13th century saga of Icelanders and Snorri Sturluson. Why? Prose Edda. But it was not until the 17th century that the poem of Grilla linked her and her 13 sons, the Yule lads. So this is like giving Snow White vibes, but we'll see. Link them to the Christmas season, which is the first of which arrives on October 12th, with a new run arriving every day until the 24th. So each Yule lad pops up like crazy on Christmas. One a day. It's like the Advent. Each mischievous little lad visits for 13 days, and according to tradition, the children should leave shoes on their windowsill for the lads to fill. Good children will receive small gifts from the lads, but troublesome children, ones that can't speak, would find a rotten potato left behind. From the 12th until the 25th, really, Stekjar Star, Sheep Coat Clod visits. This troublemaker's job is to harass the sheep. What did they find? I didn't read this in advance. I just saw the little Yule lads, and I'm like, oh, they're giving us new hints. But I didn't realize that they were going to make me try and speak Icelandic on a day I can't speak English. Visiting from the, 13th to the 26th is Giljagur, which is Gullygawk. Hiding in the gullies by day, this trickster stole milk from the cowshed. And then there's Stuffer, Stubby. It makes me think of the lizard one. It's like Stubby. And they do things with Stubby because he's got a stubby tail. Stubby would harass people from the 14th to the 27th by stealing their precious pots and pans. What? I don't even know how do you say that letter? Spoon licker. I probably said that actually not that bad. Wouldn't steal anything, but from the 15th to the 28th, he'd break into homes and lick your spoons, hoping to get a bite to eat. That's so weird. Are all Icelandic people this weird? From the 16th to the 29th, Potiskfil, pot scraper, would steal people's leftovers. Why wouldn't he do the dishes? His name is Pot Scraper. Come on. Perhaps the origin story for the monster under the bed. This is horrible. Aske Slekir, bowl liquor, would hide under children's beds from the 17th to the 30th. This is nightmare fuel. Eager to finish the remains of any bowls left on the floor. That's, ugh. Yeah. No. Storming through the homes on the 18th to the 31st is Horos Asklir, door slammer, who would slam any main doors shut so he could keep the families awake. To no one's surprise, Skiergammer, Skier Gobbler, made his mission from the 19th to the 1st to gobble up all the precious skyr, which is Icelandic yogurt, he could find. From December 20th to the January 2nd, oh my god, Budjugannaskir, sausage swiper? Why do they have the obsession with stealing things? Went from home to home stealing everybody's freshly smoked sausages. Draw your drapes from the 21st to the 3rd because Gluggagagagir, window peeper, is making the rounds. Devilish lad is a peeping Tom. Oh my god. Gata Buckfur, door sniffer, would use his large nose to sniff out homes with Lafabrad from the 22nd to the 4th, stealing freshly baked bread from Icelanders before they could throw it. This is the longest post ever. Don't eat my bread. From December 23rd. So they're all like, there's like a lot of overlap with these guys. From January 23rd or December 23rd to January 5th. Kek Croker, meat hook, would lurk behind doors trying to steal the family's roast with a long hook. Finally, on the 24th, thank you, finally, to the 6th, the Yule lad. It's not, at least not the hardest one. Nikir, candle stealer, might be the worst of them all. Though it may seem innocuous now for the people that survived the 20-hour-long nights of cold weather, candles were of crucial importance. The final Yule lad took great pleasure in stealing people's precious candles. The Yule lads will get started with their visits this Friday. If you want to leave a shoe on your windowsill, you can learn about more of them in Icelandic traditions there. I don't know if we're going to see a plush with this theme on it, or if there's going to be like a cheeky naughty pony with this on it. Nash is slurping's making everybody thirsty. Hi, Nash. Can't do the list yet. Everybody says hi. Long distance kisses for his bum. I know. Yule, maybe mule, could be. Swear to Fluffbriar, if you end the naming a horse saga, I'm going to need it no matter what mold it is. They need to do an audio version of these blogs. So a Krampus? It's like an elfy troll thing. Like, how would they do that? Because they do normally an animal, but they talked about cows, I think. And then they normally do a plush and then a decorator. Could be a whole bunch of these lads on a decorator, for all we know. They steal everybody's freshly smoked sausages and freshly smoked bread. I would. Me too. It's like, I'd like some milk and some bread and some sausages and that candle. Thank you. This technically is the audio version of the blog, Andrea, but not as well pronounced. So, if they are nicknames, here we come. Listening to you try and read that is hysterical. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it because I didn't realize that I would have to say Icelandic names, which are very hard to pronounce. If you're reading this, you need to read all the Briarfest posts. I have kind of been, so there's that. Series of stablemates painted as gnomes? Could be. That's actually a good guess. That could totally happen. Maybe all the event stablemates are all little gnomes. Speaking of horses, I really hope the Denver Broncos win tonight. Pony team! I don't know sports, but pony team works for me. Don't hate me. So they had that one, and then they said, guess who's back? We want to thank everybody who came and partied with us for the Briar Bash this past summer on Thursday evening before Briarfest officially opened. But man, our feet are still sore, still tired from all that dancing. A huge thank you again to the incredible Mel Steinkamp for being our MC, and congratulations to everyone who got to take home the surprise raffle Glitter Bomb. However, we wanted to let our fans know that the Thursday night Artisans Gallery at the Clarion is back. Yay! Briar's still thrilled to offer they listen sometimes, you guys. Just speak louder and email them. Thrilled to offer the event showcasing the incredibly talented artists of the world of metal horses, art and beyond. So random accents happen, just so you know. The in-person Artisans Gallery will be once again hosted in the expanded Bluegrass Pavilion Ballroom in the Clarion Hotel. Not going to say the thing. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yay! From 5:30 until 11 on Thursdays, and then 7:30 to 11 on Friday and Saturday. That is the lovely Carolyn Boydston with her work in front of her there. As well as a fan favorite, the swap meet will continue to be hosted at the Clarion on Friday and Saturday evenings from 7:30 to 11 in the Preakness and Derby ballrooms of the Clarion Hotel. Swap meet is a perfect venue for you to sell older, vintage, and surplus Briar models, tack, and accessories. It's also the perfect venue for shoppers looking to find that unique treasure, a long retired rail model, or perhaps that long lost model from your childhood that you would love to get back on your shelf. We all have those regretsies. All right. Applications for both areas will open up once tickets go on sale this winter. They're again being vague about the time. This winter? What does that mean? Does that mean December? Does that mean January, February? Come on, Briar. Come on. If you've not participated before and you would like to be added to the email list to be notified when the applications go live, email Kat at this email right here, and let her know what you would like to be put on the list for. And then this one's a weird one. So festive florals popped up. This is really pretty, by the way. So winter may be in full swing here in the headquarters in New Jersey, HQ. But we're keeping our spirits bright by getting ready for next summer's Briarfest festivities. Midsummer is all about celebrating the longest day of the year with feasting, revelry, and of course, flowers. We are thrilled to be partnering with the incredible Featherstone Florals, who will be joining us for Briarfest next summer with her absolutely stunning collection of bespoke flower crowns and headbands. Exclusively for Briarfest, Featherstone Florals will also be creating matched sets of flower crowns for people and garlands for your model horses. In addition to her traditional offerings, you can find Featherstone Florals in person during Briarfest weekend at her booth by the bridge to Celebration Park near this is a long sentence, the Collector Club tent, or with one of her strolling sellers making the rounds. Our online attendees will also be able to shop through the virtual marketplace as well. That's super cute. We are excited to be partnering with Featherstone Florals to keep next summer's theme to bring next summer's theme to life. We hope you will join us in getting the spirit of things with a flower crown from Featherstone Florals of your very own. That is a link to the website with all sorts of pretty hats. Let me show you. Pretty hats. Flower hats. That has 3 unicorns on it. I like the banner. You can pre-order for Briarfest too. Very cool. Many florals. Cool. We'll go back to the main thingy. Nope. Oh, hold on. Exit. Festive florals. Here. Share that one. All right, prepare myself. They're probably gonna give me weird words again. We go festive florals. And the next one was lighting the darkness. All about Sweden. Let's see if I can say Swiss words. Well, next summer's Breyerfest may be about celebrating the longest day of the year. Right now, in the Northern Hemisphere, we are fast approaching and celebrating the longest night of the year, the winter solstice. On December 13th, the feast of St. Lucia, this is all English, I love it, commemorates, so much easier to say than Icelandic, commemorates the 4th century saint of Lucia of Syracuse, who, it is said, hid people fleeing religious persecution in the catacombs of Rome. She is depicted wearing a wreath of candles on her head to light the way, leaving both hands free so she could carry food for those who were hiding. Her name, Lucia, I'm assuming we're going to have something called Lucia. This is the theme hint I'm getting from this. But her name, Lucia, means light. It is also appropriate that she is becoming the symbol of lighting the way during the darkest time of the year. Her holiday is now celebrated widely in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and some of the darkest places on Earth in the winter. Until the mid-18th century, Scandinavia followed the Julian calendar, not the current Gregorian calendar, so the winter solstice took place on December 13th, whereas the Gregorian calendar was adapted. When it was adapted, the day of the Feast of St. Lucia wasn't changed to align with the new winter solstice on the 21st, and the December 13th date remained. Traditions in modern Scandinavia, like, how do you, only one of them is the longest day of the year. I don't understand the calendar thing. Do you? I don't. Traditions in modern Scandinavia to celebrate the Feast of St. Lucia became popular in Sweden in the early 20th. See, I'm falling apart now. Can't say that word. In the early 20th century, and grew to include singing, wearing of wreath and candles on one's head, and making the exchange of cookies and saffron buns. Sounds delightful. All warm and inviting things to stave off the darkness of the Scandinavian winter. Interestingly and controversially, Sweden also come out. See, there's a limit. This is the last one. Sweden also commemorates Lucy Night on the 13th, which is similar to the wild hunt in earlier pagan traditions. The witch Lucy was said to ride through the air with her army of the dead on the 13th, through Yule, and punish mischievous children and curse their households for not completing their spinning and threshing on time. I don't understand this new tradition with punishment and Krampus, and it's not my thing. This inspired the tradition of Lusavaka, staying up all night to guard against malevolent spirits, and celebrated today by people throwing parties until morning. The dichotomy of these traditions, bearing extremely similar names, is fascinating. While there's no evidence of the connection between the two festivals, it is two fun examples of two varying cultural traditions colliding and being carried forward into modern times. We wish everyone who celebrates the weekend a warm and happy Feast of St. Lucia and a safe Lusavaka. That could be like a good bad theme. That's kind of like you could be that they're going to use the name, the light, the one, Lucia, as a name for something inspired by, it almost sounds like they're going with maybe a duality. There could be something that's a 50-50 split between a good and bad. That could be really interesting. Good excuse to stay up all night drinking. We don't drink, so there's no good excuse to stay up all night for us. I'ma say mid-February. Exactly, pony team. Mallory says, I'm going to say January. Remember that they're including an event stablemate for all access tickets purchased before, I think, February 17th. Okay. Yeah, it could be any time now that they put these tickets up online. We aren't even through Christmas and Briar wants to drive us into Briarfest. It makes me tired. It's exciting. It's all like the new releases and stuff. I don't know. Amy says I could listen to you reading those all day. 10 out of 10 would listen again. Even though I can't say half the words. Okay. Amy says I like another naughty nice on the fjords. It could be. That could be like, you'd use an Icelandic mold and play off of that. Although technically those traditions were from Sweden. So nobody knows. But that would be really cool to get like a 50-50 split between like a dark and a light color. Or I'm just taking it too far and then I'm going to get in trouble because Briar's going to be like, we didn't think of all those things. You're extrapolating with your tinfoil. I'm bringing a tinfoil hat next time. Your tinfoil hat and coming up with all these crazy ideas from things we posted. Reading too far into it, but it's fun to dream and to conspire. Haha, that is the word. All right. Katie says, oh my God. I can't say that. Nerderless. Kuiker hunj. Sounds like Korean Japanese Swedish. It's a spaniel type of dog breed. Needs to be the other animal for the special runs. That'd be kind of fun. I think they did show a cow though at some point. Probably. Yeah. I think if you go back in their Briarfest blog, there was a cow, but maybe I'm mistaken. I think they did show something. All right. Maybe it'd be Darklight's bit, mirror image, naughty or nice. Briar needs to hire us all to do our tinfoil hat ideas. Yes, yes. Do a tinfoil hat pony. Come on, Briar. That'd be fun. Just like, be awesome. It is fun to dream. So yeah, that is the Briar news. I did studio updates. My rant was kind of what I did with the thing. So maybe I will recap that quickly as to what's going on in the studio. And if you guys like me reading the random Briar blog posts, I will try, even though I can't say the words. So we have, as a recap for those that missed it in the beginning, Flat Out Fabulous, which will be a monthly medallion show challenge. It'll have a different theme each month. Everything's going to be released tomorrow on the website. There will be prizes to win, studio credits, bragging rights, and a spot in the Grand Championships at the end of the year, which everybody in each of the three categories will qualify for. That is People's Choice, Host Choice, and then Rising Star. So Novice, you painted it yourself entries. Again, all the information will go up on the website tomorrow. And it is free to enter. There's no show fee or anything. And drink that shit. First one will start January 1st. And I will release the full schedule of themes for the year so you can see what's coming up. Get your entries organized. It is limit 2 per person, unless you are also a novice artist, in which case you could enter your novice artist stuff separate from the stuff you bought from other people. And then if you paint it yourself and you're above novice level, you have to compete in the open categories, which is People's Choice, voted on by everybody via Facebook, or Host's Choice, which you don't have to choose. It's automatic. You are entered in both. And I will pick my favorite of that bunch. So that's kind of cool. And then. Holiday giveaway! If you missed it, I'm doing a holiday giveaway. The prize will be a Jug Life and more things. Draw will be on January the 18th. I'm extending out the resin runs for the editions for Jug Life, Little Jug Life, and Gabriel until the 15th of January, so people that were waiting for Christmas monies won't be sad anymore. You can now order ponies. Yay! And each order of a pony from September until now, for many of those editions, each will get you an entry as well for this contest. You can also enter once online for free. And if you're in any of my clubs, you also get 1 entry for that. So possibility of lots of entries to win free cool stuff. Always good. I always try to do little giveaways. And then if there's more people doing things and entering the contest, I usually am pretty good about adding in extra prizes. So we will see what the turnout looks like. But yay! I want a tinfoil hat pony now. I know, me too. Swiss Cocoa. Ooh. Okay. Slide aside. It's my lazy cup. That looks gross. Other side's less gross. I made chocolate eggnog. Technically, it's a chocolate eggnog protein powder thing because I took chocolate protein powder and I put it with eggnog instead of all milk. But you could do chocolate milk to cut your eggnog, and chocolate and eggnog is delicious. So I implore you, if you're an eggnog loving person, to mix chocolate with it or pour it into your hot chocolate. Oh my God, yes. So good. Do it. Do it. It is worth it. Let's I can show you guys this. I have the next Sticker Club sticker in person. So it is a matte mirror metallic. It is a Hyperachion, I think is how you say it. It is a Greek chicken butt, otherwise known as a cock horse. And it says "Sup chicken butt" on it. Kate is like, yes. We all need tinfoil hat horses. So there's a little bit of a shine there. It is super extra large. So I had to actually upgrade my envelopes to fit the sticker. So you guys are getting slightly bigger envelopes. I'm not always going to do really, really huge stickers because I know not everybody has the space for really huge ones, but it is a chicken butt. He needed to be like car sized. And it is safe to put on cars. So you could put it on the back of your car. It might not last forever with car washes and stuff, but it could be cool. So super fun. That'll be what is in your Sticker Club box, or envelope technically. And yeah, super cute. We need more of those chicken butt horses. Maybe a Swiss brown one, a breed of cow similar to Jersey cow. That could be too. There's lots of options that they have. Yeah, we'll see what they come up with because we'll start seeing their actual previews as we lead up into that. I think they start doing it in January. So it's coming soon and I will be here for it, reading it all to you people and showing you the pretty pictures and trying to share everything as I see it on my social media for you. Karen, you missed most of it, but you can go back and check. And scroll back to the beginning because I did the reveal fairly early on what is happening here. Other than that, what else? My brain is saying there is another thing. My box came today and stickers are lovely. Yeah, I'm so glad it worked. So, yes, things and stuff. My brain is like goof. Blah. Did I have a hyperfixation? I was hyperfixated. Here, let's do this. I love those little videos. Could not do the hyperfixation one. We skipped it last week, I think. So hyperfixation for the week has been getting this show thing all ready to go, getting everything up so that it's ready to hit on the website. And I have some other back end things that I've been doing for you guys that I won't be able to tell you about yet, but soon, hopefully. It's going to be an exciting year. 2026 is going to rock. I'm also mildly obsessed. I didn't get my my journal thingy in yet for doing 2026 stuff 100%, but I have the one that I'm using. You can see I'm using the highlighter in the back to highlight behind things and just making, instead of going from that simple bullet bujo, no extras, just the lines, the dots, the very simplistic style, I'm now adding some spice to it, and I'm here for that. I'm loving it so much. There's actually a these fine liners. They are Midline, I believe is the brand. Zebra makes them, and I don't know where I put the actual box of them. Oh, there they are. These guys. The mild colors are what I use to put in the background. Midliner. There we go. Zebra. And they work really, really nicely for doing that kind of like very subtle highlighting in the back end of things. And like, this is really messy. You get that kind of idea. So you can kind of just put stuff in the background, give it a little bit of visual interest without going too overboard. It's not the prettiest layouts that I've ever done, but it's kind of nice to put a little bit of color in the background so that my brain sees the different things. As you guys can tell, I'm a more visual person because I like doing all the visual stuff. Kim says, I love my Betty Boop. Yay. I have more of those to send out soon as well. So it's been very busy here. I've been working very hard to get things done, and it's so neat to see them come out in all the different colors. I don't at this time have a specific show or thing planned for full resins yet, but there is a yet there. I might do something if the medallion stuff works out really well and you guys like the challenges. I might expand it out to have a class here or there with resins and things, but medallions get the love first as like a trial run, and who doesn't love medallions? It's a really nice entry level for doing painting challenges and things and expanding stuff out. It would be really nice to be able to use the group on Facebook. I'm going to probably open up the Ravers group and do all the voting through there and open that up to something like the NaMoPymo thing where you can ask questions and get help on different stuff for painting and things like that, just because it's not something that can be offered specifically on my studio page. That's more of a group thing. Maybe we'll even do a flat out fabulous group and do it that way. I'm not sure yet as to if I will expand that way, but we'll see. Abigail, are there Betty Boops left to order? Yes, she is still up on the website along with Aura, the Arabian medallion, as available to order until their editions sell out. So there's still some left if you would like. And her little kitty. Teeny tiny little kitty. That comes with. Love scrolling the Ravers group. It's fun. I've been posting some fun stuff here and there too, which is kind of nice. I'm trying to do the 2026 is my vibe up year. I'm wanting to share my energies and have the best, most positive year of just doing cool stuff, because that is what the hobby is here for. So I have been, oops. Oh, here's another example of the colors. Dun, 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 dun. Just adds a little bit of something, and it's nice and mild, which is kind of nice. So that's by Hypofixation. Has been still doing that, but also working on all of the medallion show stuff. And oh, and the medallion's amazing. Thank you. I really like this particular medallion. On that note, I'm going to spoil and show you guys a medallion, or one of the medallions from this month's last box that I've started to paint in the last art hangout, and you guys can see that. And I did get a thing of mail. So if you wanted to leave and not have a spoiler, I will show you the mail day, which is a tiny little semi-rare Mustang. He's so cute. Jody was nice enough to allow me to snag him from her because he's pretty. I love him. I love that they made him small. That makes me so happy inside. All right. If you don't want spoilers, love you guys. See you next time. But if you don't care about spoilers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the newest medallion. I worked on a new technique. So it was layering, and this was Sasha's color suggestion. I kind of put it to vote for everybody that was in the art hangout that we do for the club. So this has gold, like metallic gold undertone, and then layered transparent acrylics over top, and then a little bit of pearls in the main. And that really makes it pop. Like it almost looks like one of those bronzes where you can have the light come through and it just glows from the inside. I really like how that worked out. We will have another one before the end of the holidays, Katie. I promise. I would have one this coming Saturday, but we have our traditional dinner party that we're doing, so we won't actually. I will be very busy with the cooking things, but super fun to do her that way. I really like the curl of the ears. I was going to do a gray, but Sasha had mentioned, and it rings true, that Alphonse Mucha, most of his Art Nouveau pieces were very oranges and yellows and reds and like fall tones. So this kind of suits it a little bit better, and I will play with it a little bit more. So something a little bit more whimsical, but I quite enjoy that. So yay. really fun. So yeah, that is what I've been up to, and I will let you guys go because I have a whole bunch of Jug Lives to get in the mail for tomorrow, and hopefully that by the end of the week, I'm before Christmas because we're coming up on Christmas hot. It is, my goodness, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. We have like a week and a half until Christmas time. I'm hoping to get everything out before Christmas, get all the orders caught up. That hopefully this week should be the week to do all of that. So there were a few other orders that were paid off early. Those ones are now in the queue, so those will get shipped out hopefully this week as well. And we are working on batch 1 of Little Jug Life, and then second batch of the Gabriels, and they are going through the Alps. They are also closed for not this week. This week is their last week, and then they're closed for 2 weeks and coming back, I think, on the 5th. So I'll probably close the studio down for a couple of days, maybe a week over the holidays, just to give myself a little bit of a break. I will probably be doing work, but I won't be shipping resins. Most of the places that I would be shipping through are closed through the holidays, and it is about an hour commute either way to get my boxes to the new place that I drop off. So, and in our winters, it's not the best. So there's that. All right, get to start shopping. I know it, kid. Just like Christmas, right? Do I have any Bombas left? I have not sold the Namo one, and I'll reach out to you, Holly. I might have a Bombas that I could get into your hands potentially. So, all right, you guys. I love you guys very much. I will see you probably next Sunday. Yes, my dinner party's on Saturday. So I will see you next Sunday, which will be the 21st. And I might have some cool new goodies for you then. But I will have all the website stuff posted tomorrow. So if you have any questions, I will post it to social media, send out the newsletter links, and you'll probably see it everywhere because I'm going to try and share it everywhere. I'm not good at the advertising stuff. I'm going to try. I'm going to try real hard. All right. Love you guys. I will see you next time. Take care.